The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, the Warrior of Light, Majiku! God, I miss saying that. And his opponent making his way to the ring from the mean streets of Niigata, the Light, Tanaka Kenichi!
Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is the Animated Wrestling League, episode 292, where, for the first time, I believe ever, we can guarantee, in the main event, the bad guys will win. It's going to be the forces of Jigoku versus Gambakishi Dark. Mad Science versus Demonic Dark Arts in an Atomicos match to conclude tonight's episode. But we're starting off with the return of a hero, and it ain't that guy. Majiku, the Warrior of Light, freed from the control of Dr. Jigoku himself last week by our Grand Champion, Aztec Kaiser Neo. And there you see a small stain of darkness still upon the mask of the AWL's greatest ever luchador, his son by his side. He re-enters the crucible of combat here in the AWL. Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, the highest paid enhancement talent in the history of wrestling, gets taken down with a waistlock by the longest reigning champion of any division in the history of the AWL, more than 600 days as AWL Light Heavyweight Champion, back when that title was still active. Another little historical note, Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, the final Light Heavyweight Champion. He took that under the fraudulent name of Captain AWL. Knife edge chop by the luchador with a snap vertical suplex. Getting his mind back, control of his own body. For a professional athlete, that's got to be a freedom unlike any that any of us will ever understand. 10-minute time limit in this single one-fall match. Reversal escape by Majiku. Majiku going for something, Irish whip into the corner, and a drop kick right to the small of the back of Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, the man who swindled the AWL commissioner into granting him the most lucrative contract in the history of the company. You get paid a lot more than I do, and I actually work for a living. Flurry of unscientific offense, shall we say, by Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi from Niigata Prefecture. He likes to think he's from the mean streets of Niigata. That's not a thing. Niigata is a farming community for the most part. Farming and onsen resorts. Really relaxing place. You should check it out if you're ever in Japan. Go to Niigata. And Majiku looking for something, possibly Endless Light. Hisatsuwa, no! Elbow escape. Even Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, with his extremely limited intelligence, had to know that Majiku was going to go for that maneuver eventually. Cover for the 1-2. Kick out, thankfully, by Majiku. It has been said many times that the mask is the soul of the luchador. You can see, if you get a good look at Majiku's mask, a small tint, a small trace, small outline of the darkness that once infected his soul still remains. However, he is once again the Silver Sentinel. He is once again the Warrior of Light. We have all come to know an AWL legend. If we had a Hall of Fame, he'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer. 1, 2, oh, not even a 2 count. Not even a 2 count. As we've seen with Wyvern, when someone is freed from the forces of Jigoku, it can take time to reacclimate to physical and mental freedom. So if Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi is ever going to pick up a win over Majiku, it's going to be here. Majiku brought low by Dr. Jigoku, treated like an unruly dog, an ill-trained animal by the Durei Corps. He was in the doghouse with Jigoku for the better part of a year, I would say. Back elbow. I'm surprised they didn't just kill him, to be honest. But they knew his talent, they knew his skill, they knew his ability, they knew the value of having Majiku on your team. And you see the son of Son of the Legend in the top left-hand corner. An escape by Majiku. Oh, beautiful! Out of nowhere, Hurricane Rana. European uppercut. Over the top rope. No, Majiku hangs on. Impressive grip stroke. Say, get back in here, you coward. What are you talking about? Jaw-jacking, trash talk nonsense from Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi. Right hand. Up and around. Jumon! Jumon casting the spell of La Mystica right under the ropes, unfortunately, but that's a perfect setup for the legendary physics-defying finishing maneuver. Endless Light from the Warrior of Light. Endless Light into the 1, 2, victory! Absolutely magnificent.
Here is your winner, the Warrior of Light, Majiku!
Light freed from darkness. The AWL regains a hero. Ladies and gentlemen, that was only our opening contest. Coming up next is going to be a story of redemption, as a former champion seeks to prove herself yet again. That's right, up next, Akira Merune has made the vow that she's going to go through the entire AWL Joshi division before she accepts the opportunity to re-enter the Best Four. And this is going to look really freaky. You're about to see Akira Merune without a championship belt around her waist.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall in the Joshi division. Introducing first, making her with the ring. She is the original Animated Wrestling League Joshi champion, the mistress of 1,000 holds, Akira Merune.
It has been more than a year and a half. 1 year, 7 months since we have seen Akira Merune without a championship belt. The original AWL Joshi champion, one half of the original Joshi tag team champions as well. The first double champion of the Joshi division. But now she realizes in order to prove herself yet again worthy, she must start at the bottom. And doesn't get much more at the bottom than Betty Bubbles.
And her opponent, making her with the ring from...
Where?
Where's she from?
I don't know.
Betty Bubbles!
Betty Bubbles bouncing her way to the ringside. Very rare we actually get to see her entrance, as she usually gets the already in the ring treatment. But you know what? That this could be a good sign, perhaps, for the future of Betty Bubbles. Can't even spell her name right on the screen. No, that's unusual. I wish we had more than 20 video slots. I really do. Betty Bubbles, a former dancer, I believe. I'm not going to say where she used to dance. Up against the Joshi champion. Actually takes the champion. Sorry, the former Joshi champion. That's going to take a while for me to say. I'm so used to thinking of Akira Merune, the Mistress of 1,000 Holds, a submission expert, as being synonymous with the Joshi Championship. So that title now resides around the waist of her tag team partner, Dragoness. Oh, big knee strike from Betty Bubbles. And a jawbreaker by the former champion, showing off some athletic prowess. Of course, you would expect of a submissions expert able to use her body. Perfect body awareness. Dragon Sleeper, first submission of the matchup. And all that flowing blonde hair of Betty Bubbles. Looks like Akira Merune doesn't have a perfect grip there. Realizes it, abandons the hold. And Betty Bubbles wisely getting back to her feet as quickly as she can. Oh, knee strike, lariat! By the former Joshi champion into a straight cover for the one. And Betty Bubbles actually making a decent showing of herself here. Some elbow strikes, some ROH style elbow strike. Wait, reverse, wait a minute! Small package! This could be a career-making moment, too! No, ladies and gentlemen, Betty Bubbles just got a 2 count on Akira Merdine. That would have been an upset of the century. That would have been Razor Ramon 1, 2, 3 kid levels. Or Lightning Kid levels of incredible. Oh! And she might yet still do it. Betty Bubbles kicking away with those rather bubblegum-looking high tops. They still call them high tops? I called them when I was a kid. Trainers. Up, down. Going for a vertical suplex. No, reversal. And a vertical suplex of her own by Akira Merdine. Akira Meru. Ne. Irish whip. Off the rope. Oh, and another knee strike. The knees of Akira Merdine coming into play here, ladies and gentlemen. 7 minutes. Oh, a spear! Whether that was a spear, a tackle, a takedown, or what, it looks like it hurt. Akira Merdine calling for her opponent to return to the feet. Right hand. What do we have here? Trouble. Oh! Out on the outside of the ring, the referee's begun the 20 count. Akira Merdine setting a goal for herself. And there's the roll through into the Boston Crab. A simple maneuver, not a simple setup, but it works. And no! Betty Bubbles escaping one of, frankly, Akira Merdine's better submissions. Spinning back fist, didn't look like she got all of it, but the right hand connected, and that's a perfect setup for the side Russian leg sweep into the seated Manjigatame. Her signature submission, her favorite submission, and a successful submission. Just over 3 minutes and 20 seconds, that contest. Take a look at that from the opposite angle. You can see here, yeah, getting the head in position, the arm is barred, the legs are locked. Betty Bubbles, with nowhere to go, forced to tap out, and the referee makes the immediate acknowledgement, and like the sportswoman she is, Akira Merdine immediately breaks the hold.
Here is your winner, Akira Merdine!
The mistress of 1,000 holds puts on another submission clinic. In the AWL arena, she is one step on her self-imposed journey back to gold and glory. Speaking of gold, the first of 2 title matches this evening, and this is going to be a transatlantic tussle. United States defending against the United Kingdom.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, 1 submission or a knockout, and it is for the Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Championship.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, there are implications for the Losers Tournament. We're going through a faction war here in the AWL in Season 15. And the losers of the Faction Senso Tournament will have to engage in the Losers Tournament. And that's going to actually take place entirely next week. We're going to have 2 Atomicos matches in our final and semi-final of the evening. Main event and semi-final of the evening. And those will determine who will go to the Tokyo Dome with their careers on the line. This team, the Empire, Frederick Victor, Big Jerry, you can tell which one's which, I'm pretty sure, along with the borrowed talent of Mustache Mountain, will compete in the Losers Tournament, along with Matt Classic's team of the New Classics. Matt Classic himself, Sammy Nix, Lee Masters, and the Scion of Submission, Chiba Akagi. So this Intercontinental Championship match, also a preview of a possible situation in the Losers Tournament. Careers will end at AWL 300 in the Tokyo Dome. 4 wrestlers will be barred from the Animated Wrestling League for life. 2 of them could be those 2 right there. And I would would really hate to see this next individual in that predicament. Do not adjust your YouTube window, ladies and gentlemen. It's supposed to look like that. The Intercontinental Champion. We took that belt off of the legend Vacant after he defeated Daniel Bryan for that title several years ago. If you recognize that belt, that's because that was our greatest victory over WWE. We took one of their titles. Embarrassed them so greatly, they eventually had to change the belt. That's our story, and we're stuck with it. Matt Classic Sr., a Season 0 original, has been with the AWL since almost the very beginning. Of course, that's only the latest chapter of his decades-long wrestling career. Matt Classic, who's been wrestling since as the inventor, widely acknowledged as the inventor of professional wrestling as an independent sport. And tonight it's all about that, the AWL Intercontinental Championship. 5 successful title defenses. You can cash in for a shot at the Grand Champion. Let's start these official introductions.
Introducing first the challenger, accompanied by and representing the Empire, Frederick Victor. And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion. Tonight, making his first title defense, the inventor of professional wrestling. On the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear, he is a Matt Classic. This is an officially sanctioned Intercontinental Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League. AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Joey Babaganoush in charge.
As I said, the first of 2 championship matches this evening. The tag team titles will be on the line in the semi-final match of the night. But right now, it's all about the Intercontinental Championship. This is the first defense for Matt Classic Sr. of this reign. If he is able to successfully defend that title 5 times, he can write his own ticket to the AWL Grand Championship. He skips right to the front of the line. That's what we call the IC title, the road less traveled. Vertical suplex attempt. Oh, knee to the head. Oh! Jesus! Matt Classic Sr. with balls of freaking steel. Either that or he's wearing a cup made of adamantium. I'm not entirely sure. Interesting thing, you'll know that neither of these competitors wearing knee pads. Matt Classic Sr. because he believes that knee pads are for sissies. And I don't know why Frederick Victor, I guess they don't wear knee pads where he's from. I don't know. I need to look at more of the old World of Sport footage to see if they actually wear knee pads. Jimmy Breaks wear knee pads. I'm not entirely sure. 30-minute time limit in this match. All time limits extended for title matches in the Animated Wrestling League. That's to minimize the chance of a time limit draw. Though in the event of a draw, it's the champion's advantage is considered a successful title defense. The challenger must win. The champion must not lose. That is the difference. Cross body block by the challenger, Frederick Victor from the United Kingdom. Into the cover. 1. Sort of the Mick McManus style of old school British wrestling. He calls himself the master of the world of sports style. He calls himself that, despite the fact I don't think he's ever actually won a world of sports style rule match in the AWL ever. There's a little, going for the arm breaker. Only about 2 minutes into this, rolls through into a Google Plata. And that's where the innovative offense, the Big Ben Bash. We could have a new Intercontinental Champion in a 2.5-minute match here. Cover. 1, 2, 3, no! Just barely, and Frederick Victor having words with the official. Collar and elbow tie-up, that's not where you want to be with Matt Classic. He's been doing that And there's the Matt Classic Press, a move that he taught to Lou Thez all the way back in the day. The Matt Classic Press, the fans here in the AWL Arena electrified on their feet, going crazy for the living legend, Matt Classic Senior. 26 minutes, 50 seconds, plenty of time. As I said, the first of 2 championship matches tonight. The Spirit Pack will challenge the Flying Yukis for the World's Tag Team titles. Later tonight, nice leg sweep into the Boston Crab. A move that he innovated the first time he wrestled in Boston. Another leg drop across the inner side of the kneecap. Followed up by a Fisherman Buster. Matt Classic Senior focusing on the knees, on the legs of the challenger. There's actually really good strategy. If you can't stand, you can't fight. And the whole point of being a professional wrestler is to take a man down until he can't get up for 3 seconds. You see that deadly claw. Of course, he likes the Matt Classic claw, the classic claw, as a finishing hold, softening him up with the trapezius variation. Just past the 4-minute mark here. And we're up. Oh! A Manhattan drop, I believe that is. I can never tell which one's which, Manhattan or Atomic. And there's the classic claw. Hisatsuwaza, the classic claw locked in. It's been a night of submissions. Yes, it has. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you defend the Intercontinental Championship in less than 5 minutes. Boom! Right there. The iron grip. He taught that move to Fritz Von Erich back in the day, though Von Erich never quite got it right, according to Matt Classic. I've talked to him about this many times over the years. He never ceases to bring up that story, how that Von Erich kid took the classic claw and made it famous. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still actually, you say that. That's your job.
Here is your winner and still Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion, Matt Classic Senior.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, a moral victory for the new Classics, for the Technicos over the Villainous Empire. We will see that Atomicos match in 7 days' time in the Losers Tournament. Matt Classic Senior taking a well-deserved victory lap. That beautiful Intercontinental title. Thanks, Cody. Up in the air, the prize, the Contenders title. There is an open slot in the AWL Best 4. Let's fix that right now. And it's going to be 2 masked wrestlers, a hero, and a fraud. The up-and-coming star, the solar flare of Lucha Libre, with the best mentor any junior heavyweight could hope for.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a fight for 4. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, from the center of the sun, accompanied by Jushin Thunder Liger,
Eruption Solar, who will Jushin Liger, who will retire on January the 5th in the Tokyo Dome. He'll have his retirement ceremony at New Year's Dash. The childhood hero of Solar now in his corner. I cannot imagine that. That's incredible. And don't let that music fool you, ladies and gentlemen. That's the fate.
And his opponent being accompanied by Nippon Yoakasa, from wherever frauds reside, Liger.
And Liger coming in full force. He's got Yamada Jiro, the Japanese crusher, Hasaiki, and the giant Kyojin Kobayashi. Liger's here as backup, but he's going to let Solar fight his own battles. I can tell you that right now, ladies and gentlemen. Before Liger retires, I know Liger wants to get his hands on that charlatan who's besmirching the name of Jushin Sandaraiga. 10 minutes on the clock for this singles contest. Collar and elbow tie-up to start us off, and the weight and slight height advantage of the fake Liger. Coming into play, senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, forced to separate the combatants. Lariat by Liger. And the real Liger staring daggers right through the heart, right through the soul of the fake Liger. 9 minutes, 30 seconds, leg sweep, kick to the small of the back. Solar coming back with a flurry of strikes. Irish whip into the corner, misses with the drop kick. He has his opponent on the ropes, off of the rope. Oh! Super kick by Erupcion Solar! Knee strike. The winner of this match will enter the best four. Under normal circumstances, meaning excluding a golden opportunity or a cash-in of the Intercontinental Championship, only members of the best four can challenge for the AWL Grand Championship. Oh, not the... Oh! Backstabber out of the Tree of Woe. A very dangerous maneuver. Into the cover. Liger. Oh, not even a one count. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, not even slapping the mat once on that one, ladies and gents. And let's face it, mostly gentlemen. And let's face it, probably only about 3 to 5 of you. Leave me a comment. Let me know you're there. Oh! And as the ropes glitch out again. Solar looking for the Solar Wind suplex. You've heard of Northern Wind, Southern Wind, that's the Solar Wind. And that's his setup for his finishing maneuver, the Supernova. Is he going to hit it? Yes, he is. No! Reversal of the Supernova. Escape, escape, escape. Liger, the fake Liger, the fraud. The con artist who has wormed his way into Nippon Yokata. Escaping and countering. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. Oh, a miss. Miscommunication put some distance between himself and the fake Liger does Erupcion Solar. But I don't think I've ever seen the Supernova countered in quite that way before. That's going to shake the confidence of young Solar. He has built his entire offense around building up to that Supernova. And if he knows now someone has the answer, someone has the solution, is he going to be able to adjust? It's Sagiri by the solar flare of Lucha Libre, Erupcion Solar. And the Japanese crusher Saiki putting a steel chair, slipping a steel chair into the ring. The referee has no choice. He can't deal with the chair right now. He's got to make the count. Notice how Liger is not cheating to help his person. Oh, wait a minute. Solar Wind suplex. Hooks him up. Drops him on his head. I don't mind using pronouns. And now has Saiki getting involved. The cover, the referee out of position. But Solar realizes it. Liger yelling to him that the referee isn't there. And Solar wisely going right back on the offense. Not letting that distraction get the better of him. Solar Wind, no, reversal of the body slam, I think. Drop toe hold into a precarious position. Off the ropes. Boom! Knee and the shin right to the neck and the small of the back. And lariat over the top rope and into danger zone. As here comes the leader of Nippon Yokata to help out his senpai. And finally the referee able to get rid of that damn chair. Oh no, not, oh, right in front of the real Liger. Not this, the Romero special. Okay, the real Liger, he's pissed. You can take a look at Jushin Thunder Liger, and there's the escape. That's what you get for mentoring under Jushin Thunder Liger. You learn how to escape from the Romero special. What is this? Wait a minute, submission, double submission. I've seen Solar himself use this. And he is right, just out of reach of the ropes here. And that's it. Damn it. Fake Liger goes into the best four. And the true Liger I don't think I've seen him that angry in a while.
Here is your winner of the new number 4 contender in the AWL Tiger.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You see the updated Best 4 rankings. Wrestle Red, Tiger Mask 2, Project Tetsu with the Augments, and now Live. Earlier tonight, we saw the Intercontinental Championship successfully defended. Tonight, right now, the World's Tag Team titles are on the line. Here come a pair of former champions, some of the most exciting high flyers we've ever seen in the AWL.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, one submission and knockout to decide the winner, and it is for the Animated Wrestling League World Tag Team Championship.
Beginning at the Tag Matsuri, this team of Big Papa Pup and the Master of Motion acquired the 3 points necessary, the 3 consecutive victories necessary to challenge for the AWL World's Tag Team titles. And all of the odds makers, all the great professional wrestling gambling establishments have these two as the odds-on favorite to regain the AWL World Tag Team titles. I personally, I'm not going to count the Flying Yukis out yet, but certainly the experience advantage and the athleticism advantage in the corner of Airwolf and Shenron. They await the coming of the champions, always the champion's advantage. Make your opponent wait for you. Make them play your game. A psychological advantage always granted to the champions to come out last. And there you see it. Look at those beautiful tag team title belts around the waist of the rookies. The least experienced tag team in the AWL. A 3-match war with Monster Union that led to a 3-point match. 1 victory after about an hour in the ring with the same team over 3 weeks. And these two picked up the 3 points they needed to win the tag team titles off of the Black School and the Tiger Style. And 2 of the most, I believe, the 2 most recent graduates of the AWL Dojo are now the tag team champions of the world. Are they a Cinderella story? Is it almost midnight? Are they going to turn back into a pumpkin by the end of this match? Are they going to turn back into non-champions? I hold out hope, ladies and gentlemen. I have hope. I have belief in the Flying Yukis. Hideyuki Shota, Flash Nobuyuki. I think they can hold on to the oldest title in this company, the AWL World's Tag Team Championship.
Introducing first the challengers. Tonight they cash in their 3 points. The tag team combination of Big Papa Pup, Airwolf, and the Spirit Dragon Shenron. Together they are the Spirit Pack. And their opponents, they are the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Tag Team Champions of the World. Tonight, making their first title defense, the tag team combination of Hiroyuki Shota, Flash Nobuyuki. Together they are the Flying Yukis. This is an officially sanctioned World's Tag Team Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Joey Baba Ganoush in charge.
Vital strategic decision. Who starts? It's going to be Airwolf and Flash Nobuyuki. 30 minutes on the clock. And off we go. The title's on the line. Collar and elbow tie-up. into the headlock by Airwolf. Snap takeover. Airwolf and Shenron, veterans of the Chikara locker room. Collar and elbow. Again, into the corner, into the Spirit Pack corner. No blind tag here. Keeping the powder dry on the Spirit Dragon, quite possibly. Flash, Nobuyuki. The more hard-hitting of the two flying Yukis. Up, down, you see the Falcon Arrow. And I said the more hard-hitting of the two, that's what I was talking about. Catch of the kick, countered by Airwolf, back into the corner. Good tag team strategy. Notice how Airwolf putting himself between Flash Nobuyuki and his partner, and a beautiful knee strike. Actually, no, I think it was more of a big boot. Couldn't quite see from this angle. Drop of the foot right across the elbow. And now a bulldog to the big dog. I mean, wolf. He's a wolf, so big dog, not a Roman Reigns dog food mascot thing. Yeah. Tag made, and in comes the technician, the scientific wrestler of the Flying Yukis. If anything, the submission expert. We've seen him finish moves with a very simple sleeper hold. And now going for a chin lock with the knee pressed to the small of the back. A double bend on the spine of Airwolf, who slips out the side and comes back with a forearm. AWL senior official Joey Baba Ganoush on the job. And by senior official, I mean only official. And here comes Shenron. Call him Shenron. Call him Zenshi. Call him whatever you like. I loved him back when he was Shenron, so we asked him to revive that particular persona for the his run here in the Animated Wrestling League. And he is a former AWL World's Tag Team Champion. Oh! Oyasumi Nasai by Shenron. Off the ropes. Up! Jumps practically into the ionosphere. And a Super Dragon Punch. Super Dragon. No, not that guy. Twist around, roll through, up and down and around and over. The master of motion, showing how he earned that name. And I think Hiroyuki Shota, realizing he needs a little bit of help here. A tag Kogeki would be helpful, but that's not going to happen. Standing Meteora! And Shenron has already retaken his territory back on his side of the ring. And you see the pack mentality. Tag team finishing maneuver, that's an advantage actually. Oh, big lariat by Hiroyuki Shota. A big advantage for the Spirit Pack in this match. They've got a tag team Satsuwaza. I don't think the Flying Yukis really do. Tag made to Airwolf, hot tag, and a flying drop kick by the big pop-up pop. The Airwolf, and yes, I will pop my peas whenever I feel like it. It's my show and I'm going to. Irish whip into the corner, and oh, monkey flip out of the corner from the Flying Yuki. These two trained together at the AWL dojo, struck up a friendship, realized they had good tag team chemistry, and the rest was history. A high leg lariat by Airwolf, might be going for a full moon stomp. Is he going to get that? Yes, I think he's going to try to go for the full moon stomp off of the top. Taking too long? No, he isn't! Full moon stomp right to the breadbasket, right to the abdomen. Is the breadbasket the abdomen? It's been a long time since I played Operation. Cover for the 1, 2, no, not even a 2 count. As Hiroyuki Shota comes in, Shenron in illegally as well. Big pop-a-pup, doing the sportsman-like thing, telling his partner to get out of the ring. It's our semi-final match of the evening. Our final will be the 6th match, the second semi-final in the Faction War, the Faction Senso Taikai. Another flying monkey flip out of the corner. 25-30 remaining. Plenty of time. And you have to think with this longer time limit, could fatigue, could stamina become a factor? Irish whip. Call for the tag. Yes, tag Kogeki, here we go. What are they going to come up with? Simple but effective. Drop toe hold, elbow drop combination. The most basic tag team attack. Tag Kogeki in professional wrestling. At least in this game, because it's like the default or something. Hiroyuki Shota, what is he doing? Pushing, using the rope using the environment as a weapon.
5分経過 5 minutes 5 minutes pasta.
First call of the match, 25 minutes remaining. Spinning kick. A flying spin kick into the cover for the 1, 2, and Shenron breaks it up. But Hiroyuki Shota in with a little bit of a receipt there. Blockbuster. The Yuki's flying all over the ring. They don't do that much with the top rope. They will fly everywhere else. Uh-oh, this is not good. Very dangerous. DDT on the steel superstructure of the ring. Hard as a rock. Seriously, go to your local independent show. You might get close enough to the ring to actually touch it. There is zero give in the edge of a wrestling ring. Referee begins the 20 count. Champion's advantage in play. In the event of a... Oh, wait a minute. Here at the commentation station, my Japanese and Chinese counterparts, and I myself right here in the middle, we're going to run away very quickly if we have to. Guys, can you guys get back? Okay, guys, sit down. Right. Daijoubu? Yeah. I'm fine. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. I warn you, if this gets too dangerous, ladies and gentlemen, I will run like a coward. Referees count up to Juichi, up to 11. And the cranium of Flash Nobuyuki going off the post. Airwolf needs to get his opponent back into the ring here. Pushing the count now at 14. 15. He cannot go into the ring himself, Airwolf. If the champions get counted out, they'll retain. We're at 17. This is stupid. 18. Does Flash Nobuyuki, he wants to continue the match, I promise you. 19. 20. No! In at the last possible second. 19.7. DDT by Flash Nobuyuki. The crowd's going absolutely nuts here. The fighting spirit of the Flying Yukis. The flying spirit of the Flying Yukis. They could have had an easy retention. They could have had an easy count-out. Technical loss, but a championship retention. Wait a minute, Shenron gonna fly. What's he gonna do? Double Dragon! The double moonsault, double dragon. Flash Nobuyuki with a shot. Oh! Shenron going after the illegal fighter, who just showed amazing fighting spirit, getting back in the ring at just milliseconds before the 20 count. The referee's hands are up, his fingers are mostly extended. Simple arm drag by the champion. To fly himself, possibly. He wants his opponent on his feet. Boom! Flying chop misses. But an Atlas Sphere and Fireman's Carry takedown. Oh! Ow! That's an abrasion. That's a broken knuckle. Speed of endless light by the challenger. Perhaps the once and future champion. Perhaps those Vegas odds makers were correct. Sleeper hold! Sleeper hold! The champion with a sleeper hold. Sit out escape by Shenron, but you look at Shenron grabbing the back of his head. He's hurt. Cutting off the carotid artery, cutting off the flow of blood to the brain. That's going to disorient anybody, even a dragon. Tag made. Oh, we're going to go for it. They're going for pack mentality, hunting as a group. Pack mentality connects. Excellent teamwork and maybe new champions. One, no, not if Flash Nobuyuki has anything to say about it. Shenron comes in. Maybe should have done that before the cover. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of this match. And back. Oh, look at this. You don't see Hiroyuki Shota manhandling people that often. Big power slam. Hiroyuki Shota showing strength unknown.
10分経過。10分経過。10 minutes. 10 minutes past.
We are actually a third of the way through the time limit. Flash Nobuyuki is on the outside. Hiroyuki Shota back to that sleeper hold. On the man who's taken a lot more damage over the course of the match. He's fading. He's down. He's out. The referee says that is a submission. I said earlier it was a night of submissions. Looks like I was right. As the tag team champions retain via submission. Look at that double dragon. But it doesn't matter because
Here are your winners and the still Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Champions, the Flying Yuki.
Turns out that good old-fashioned skill is a match for Flash. And yeah, headlock over dive. Headlock just beat dive, essentially. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the night. Faction Warfare. The winner of this Atomicos contest will go on to the Tokyo Dome, AWL 300. They will face the Puro Sentai Resurrenger for golden opportunities and the right to call themselves the top faction in the Animated Wrestling League. This is why we have entitled this episode AWL 292. The one where the bad guys win. There are no heroes in this encounter.
The following contest is your main event of the evening, and it is an Atomicos match, the 6th match in the Faction Sun Show. Introducing first, the Atomicos combination of Project Tetsu, Project Z, the X-Pro, and H03 of the Grey Corps. Together they are the forces of Majiku.
One fall to a finish. This is not an elimination Survivor Series style match, and frankly, thank freaking goodness. You know what? I hope these two teams just tear each other apart. If both of these teams could be fired, I'd be perfectly happy with that, but that's unfortunately not a scenario on the table at this situation. There you see the Demon Gisei, who will be forced into only his second professional wrestling match as part of this team. And he summons from the pit the increasingly powerful, increasingly dangerous Gamba Dark, a man I used to call a friend.
And their opponents from the pit, the Atomicos combination of the Demon Gisei, Gamba Shadows, and the winner of the 2019 Oshogatsu Taikai, Gamba Ishii.
The winners of this match are going to the Tokyo Dome. The losers go home with their careers intact. But the prize for victory, 4 golden opportunities. Power personified. Power crystallized. With a golden opportunity, you can demand any match, anytime, any place, any stipulation, for any title you choose. And you know that Gamba Dark would take the opportunity to go for the AWL Grand Championship again. And oh, wait a minute, no! Gamba out in full force, and he runs right into the steel superstructure of Project Tetsu. Project Tetsu, who was built originally as an augment to be a counter to Gamba. He is Gamba's original evil opposite, evil counterpart. Though this Gamba Dark creation is certainly an upgrade, Project Tetsu has had his fair share of upgrades as well. This is actually a really cool match with a lot of AWL history. These two go back years in the ring. It was Project Tetsu who took the AWL World Heavyweight title from Gamba back in the day before he became Gamba Dark. 30 minutes on the clock for this tournament match. Elbow right to the midsection. We will have a winner. In the event of a time limit draw, I've been informed that there will be a tiebreaker what was that? Okay, yeah, being told what is this? Up, boom! Look at that. The Gambahishi Dark standing, barely moving the X-Drone, taking a play here. Boom! The former Japanese megastar, the former Japanese destroyer, now going at it for the first time ever. I think Gambahishi Dark is the bigger man. I have been informed that in the event of a time limit draw, there will be a singles match between two captains chosen by each team, and the winner of the captain's tiebreaker, that team would face the Kuro Sentai Wrestle Ranger at the Dome. Special rules for the faction Sensor. Next week, we can have two of these Atomicos matches. It will be both of the opening matches in the losers tournament. 4 teams will enter, 2 will be forced to go to the Dome with their careers on the line. Gambahishi Dark may be thinking Akama no Tsubasa, trying to go, H03 reacting to that. One of only 2 members now of the Dre Corps. Does it really count as a corps if there's only 2 of you? German suplex, he holds on, gonna go for the hat trick. 2, the strength of H03, suplexing a Demon Lord and now summoning his own minion. Oh look, it's the Augments, the Augment tag team, the 3 hosses of the organization, the forces of Jigoku, experimentation. That's an experiment I've never seen. That combination of 3 giants. Cover. 1, 2, through. Kick out. But no tag. H03. He doesn't exactly get along very well with the Augments, or at least he hasn't in the past. Maybe making a strategic error going on his own here. Snapmare by Gambahishi Dark. Look at Gambahishi Dark and realize that used to be an ordinary human Japanese man. Tag made to one of Gamba's shadows. These dark, inky simulacra. These homunculi of shadow. Homunculi of darkness, that sounds better. The shadow golems. With most, if not all, the same powers as Gamba himself. He didn't used to be able to create these things. That's relatively new. Powerbomb, sit-out style. Deadlift sit-out powerbomb by H03 of the Dore Corps. Finally tagging in Project Tetsu 2.0. So I think we're about at the point he's a 3.0. I don't know about you. Snapmare, kick. Breaker. Plenty of time left. Right hands, flurry of offense to one of Gamba's shadows. They have no individual names, no individual identities. They are mere minions. And realize this is, for all intents and purposes, a handicap match. 4-on-3. There is no way above or below that Gambahishi Dark's forces are going to tag in Issei. He's their bloody manager. Power bomb, full forward power bomb.
Open takeoff, 5 minutes past.
Gambahishi Dark calling for the tag, blocked by Project Tetsu. At least for the moment, the shadow going after it, lariat out the top and down to the floor. The shadow golem, the not exactly pale imitation, still with the strength and power to take one of the biggest titans of AWL history over the top rope, down to the floor like he was absolutely nothing. Oh, this is not good. Headbutt. Back elbow by the Shadow Beast. We've seen that these shadow creatures can bleed, which means they can be hurt. I believe in the event of a double count out, we would go to the captain's tiebreaker as well. Would we? Can somebody tell me? Yeah, I'm talking to the guys in the truck right now. Can we actually get a confirmation on that? Yes, in the event of an indecisive finish in a semifinal, we would go to a captain's tiebreaker. That would actually be next week. And this Shadow Beast giving as good as he gets here. Oh! Spinebuster in the head of Gamba's Shadow, cracking off at the top of the steel steps. We're up to 13, lucky for some. If that reaches 20, somebody, at least one team's going to be counted out here. I believe it would probably be, actually it wouldn't matter, it'd be a double count out, wouldn't it? 17, and both men return to the ring with very little time to spare. Not as close as Flash Nobuyuki earlier tonight, but still too close for comfort. 23 minutes remain, and again, Project Tetsu 2.0 sent running, praising the darkest, embracing and praising the brightest dark is Gamba's Shadow. AWL fans, they don't like any of these guys. The bastardizations of the mad sciences or the dark forces from the pit. Everybody hates everybody here. And I think everybody would be happy if both of these teams were to disappear.
We hate both teams. We hate both teams.
Yeah, okay, yeah, some chanting going on here. We hate both teams. I think I agree with that. 22 minutes and change. Fans on their feet booing everybody in the ring except possibly the referee. Cheap shot. Oh, wait a minute. Choke. Goozle. Choke. Slam. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. The forces of Jigoku with the victory. And that was the biggest blow I've ever seen anyone deal to Gamba Dark personally. He was still able to kick out of that triple powerbomb. In the end, however, Gamba Dark with the choke slam to move the forces of Jigoku into the tournament final. And I didn't even see the Sling Blade the first time.
Here are your winners, the forces of Jigoku!
At AWL 300, Kuro Sentai Resurenja versus the forces of Jigoku. The tournament final is set. The losers tournament next week. For right now, Konede, Narida.